Thanks, Chelsea. Our time now 6:31. And after being canceled last year due to the coronavirus pandemic, the Navy is resuming its annual Physical Readiness tests, or PRTs. Now, just one is taking place this year, and it's fast approaching. A very special guest in Pensacola joining us here to help motivate and get our sailors ready this year. Joining us live this morning is the Chief of Navy Personnel, Vice Admiral John Nowell. Good morning, Vice Admiral.
Good morning, Eric. Great to be with you here in the cradle of naval aviation.
We thank you so much for being a part of this PRT being resumed now. The Navy, of course, didn't do one in all of 2020 because of COVID. Now, why is the Navy deciding now is a good time to do it in 2021, as well as what precautions are you taking?
Yeah, Eric, that's great question, and it's all about readiness. If you look at what's scrolling on the bottom of the screen there with fast patrol boat for the Navy firing warning shots on an Iranian vessel in the Gulf, we've got to be fit, we've got to be ready. And so part of that is, do we test ourselves? Do we have those standards? And so while we did not do the PRT last year, that didn't mean that we didn't still stress physical fitness and readiness.
Are you expecting any problems for the sailors, since many of the gyms are just now starting to reopen again, and maybe some of them have not been able to exercise and work out as much as they would have?
Yes, sir. No, that's a great question. And we know that that's been the case. Throughout the pandemic, though, we stressed the criticality of getting out, getting some exercise in, whether it was running up your steps, getting out for the walk in your home. There were ways to keep fit safely, but we know that, that with the gyms reopening, now is when our sailors need to be back in those gyms. My observation here on base is that they are back in the gyms, but doing it safely with COVID.
And we're also told that for the first time in more than 10 years, this PRT is going to actually look different. You've added a couple of new exercises. Tell us what they are and how are these expecting different results?
Sure, thanks, Eric. So we're going to, instead of doing curl-ups, which most folks would say the old sit-ups, we're going with the planks, which are forearm planks, a much better measure of your core strength, your abdominal muscular strength. And about 85% of the tasks we do on a ship, pushing, pulling, lifting, and there you see a plank on the screen now. It's just much better to test that strength that we need on a ship. It's also much safer for you to do. And then the 2,000-meter row we've added as a cardiovascular exercise, as a cardiovascular test.
Now, we understand that some of the top officers in the Navy, including you as a Vice Admiral, do a pretty good plank yourself. Is that true?
Well, in a recent engagement, I did a plank off with one of our young sailors, and I finally let him stop at 3 minutes, 18 seconds. So if an old guy like me can do planks, most of the sailors in Pensacola surely can.
All right. Well, thanks for doing one for us guys here who are still in shape and can make things happen. Vice Admiral Nowell, we thank you so much for being here with us this morning and sharing. And of course, we're looking forward to seeing the results at NAS Pensacola.
Thank you, sir, and thanks to our Navy families and all the support they get in Pensacola.
You are very welcome, and we thank you for your service as well.